just the difference in planning and production was like was huge, right? But like there is some real magic in the capturing all the chaos and like the stuff you can't anticipate the first time you do it. It was just I love that footage just for the real raw.
The two things I learned about Tough Rides China, the first trip we did, right? Number one, like you can't control anything, so don't even waste mental energy thinking you can.
Sure.
Like it's earth shattering how little you can actually control. Like so just go out and try not to fall off your motorcycle every day.
Yeah.
And try to stop enough times so that Chad can get some shots of you riding past him, this was before drones, right?
Sure.
So we literally had to stop. The car would go up ahead. We would stop at a gas station. We'd fill up the car would go out ahead, with Chad, and then he would find a place, put down the tripod, set up the camera, and then we would finish our, gas, and then we wouldn't know where he is. And then we would just get on the road, and then we would, he would find a place with a nice background and stuff like that, and then he would shoot, and then we would just blow past them, and that would be like one riding shot for the day. And we were always trying to do like 4 or 5 riding shots, plus we had some cameras on. And then, some days we would have like events, like we would be visiting a monastery or visiting something or meeting someone interesting. But most days it was just riding, right? So that was kind of how we got through the riding. So the first thing I learned about Tough Rides China was like, you can't control anything. And the second thing was how nice it was to have my brother.
Yeah, sure.
Because when the production team is in the car, they've got air conditioning, they've got the windows closed, they're listening to Taylor Swift or
right.
whoever in 2010 was the version of Taylor. Like they're just listening to the radio, they got their DVD in, whatever, or CD back in the day. And you're on a bike. So at the end of every day, like my brother and I were completely destroyed, exhausted, and we could share that together. Because the production guys weren't like Chad, the director of photography, and then later Jesse or Daniel, who joined us. Like they were fine, they were fresh, right? 6 p.m. we were done. And then in India it was the same. Colin and I were going through the same experience. It was nice. But then in Brazil I was by myself. And at the end of the day, I was just crushed, and there was no one who really understood like what I'd been through.
Yeah, and I mean, y'all experienced really hardcore days across the spectrum with those trips. But Brazil had the BR-15, was that it?
The BR-319, the Road of Ghosts,
dude. I mean, the fact that you did that by yourself, and not truly by yourself, but the fact that you were the only one riding a bike through that mud is. I would imagine those were some of your most shot riding days.
So that was the worst